solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739-7549 or go online at www.legalpal.com. When you're looking for a solicitor to deal with your case, you don't just look for any solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739-7549 or go online at www.legalpal.com. When you're looking for a solicitor to deal with your case, you don't just look for any solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonsoir, bien-aimés dans le Seigneur. Comme vous le voyez, ça peut être une surprise pour plusieurs qui sont déjà à la ligne en train de nous suivre aujourd'hui. Mais Dieu sait le pourquoi nous sommes là. Alors, comme vous pouvez les constater devant vos petits écrans, nous sommes en train de parler aujourd'hui de la loi. Donc, c'est déjà une introduction d'une nouvelle émission de DM5 TV. Vous allez voir qu'est-ce qui va se passer. Le thème ou le titre de cette émission, c'est Know Your Right. Yeba Mibeko. Connaître tes droits. Peut-être ma personne qui a mais na droit na yo aux la B. Koyeba Mibeko peut-être bisika oyoyo. Baboye ko pesa onda kuna council mais soko yebi Mibeko ba ko pesa yo. So, this program will be mostly in English and French or Lingala. I know the Lord God will help us to get through. But this is all about knowing your right. As I was saying or talking in Lingala, because I have a special guest that very soon I will introduce her. You will see her on TV. She's not a woman like every woman. She has more abilities. She has more capacities. And then she's one of the persons who studied a lot. She knows what we are talking about. She's the right person to explain to you guys what is going on. People have been talking about Brexit. Oh my God, Brexit. But what exactly is Brexit? What will happen? Right now, as you are eating your fufu, you are eating your semolina, you're eating your chicken chips, you don't know what the Home Office is preparing. You don't know what the government is preparing. You don't know before Brexit what will happen, and after Brexit, how are we going to cope with that situation? Are you ready for that? And then I'll ask my beloved wife that I love so much, who is behind the camera, to present the special guest. And then together with her, I will be translating a few words. But I know most of us, this is part of England. You know, we are England. We're supposed to understand English. We're supposed to talk. This is a part of integrity. You know, il faut être intégré aussi. Nous sommes en Angleterre. If it's with France, we'll be speaking French. But we are in England. She's not Congolese, but she's a great woman. She's Congolese as well, because Mama Clementina said, "Kotisa ki mo balingala," and then I know very soon she will talk in Lingala as well. And then I'm going to receive this special lady. She will be introducing herself. I know her name. But for you, the audience, you people who are watching us, she will be introducing herself to know who she is, just her biography, a little bit who is the person I'm talking about. So, welcome to our show, my dear sister.
Merci beaucoup.
Woman of God, you see, merci beaucoup. She can speak French as well. Okay. So, for the viewers who are watching you, maybe they wonder us for the first time, who's that lady?
Oh, okay.
Can you introduce yourself to them, please?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Je m'appelle Jennifer Obaseki, avocat. My name is Jennifer Obaseki, and I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer that has more than 20 years experience here in the United Kingdom. And some of you may know me from community events or from other channels or from some community papers, because I do lots of articles and support a lot of events in the community. My main area of expertise is immigration law, but I also do a lot of litigation when it comes to things like private criminal law, family law, that's private contact, as well as government cases with children that deal with social services. And within my team, I have a very large team that we've developed in East London. My firm has been there for 14 years.
Wow.
In Hackney, and we are very happy to serve the community. We also do lots of private commercial matters. So if you have to buy a house, rent a shop, or you have litigation, somebody breaches their contract with you, commercial agreement, you need to have it drafted or signed, or you need advice, we're happy to help you. Because we've been there for such a long time. We also do a free clinic every Friday.
A free clinic?
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
But because of Mama Clementine, now what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are able to fully service members of the Congolese and Angolan community. We always have done in the past.
Yes.
We've done outreach through Pyramids magazine that used to be run by Jean-Paul Majepa, and we used to appear on his program and support other church events. But what's important now is that we work more closely with Mama Clementine, so that people know that they can come in and language will not be a barrier. Also with yourself.
Yes.
Because it is important that when the law is changing, that you know your rights. This program that you're doing is monumental in my eyes.
Yes.
Because it means that you no longer have an excuse to sit down and be confused and say you didn't know and didn't understand. Know your rights is going to be here now, so that you can have a platform to come and ask your questions, to come and get help, to come and make sure there's no confusion and that you get everything that you're entitled to.
Okay. Wow, this is so amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I'm talking on my community right now. Bandeko, Bananzambe, Toza Awana avocate. As a lawyer, Munene, Boki 14 ans déjà au place bureau naï et vendu en Angleterre en Hackney 14 ans et ça fait au moins déjà plus de 20 ans où Azosala Moussala Oyo comme avocate sollicitant en anglais lawyers en anglais ndiketo yebi. Alors et ça privilège mon néné to le baki 2019 so bolana ke mission ya suka na salaki na baki 2019 2019 I'm gonna fly like an eagle.
Yeah.
We say DM5 will fly like an eagle. So this program or this particular program will help you people. Ozana problem, you are alone, you don't know what to do, you are so confused, you don't know where to go, you don't know to whom you trust. So this is the right place. This is the right program to get through your situation. So program Ozana question, you have any question about all those situations? Because Obaseki solicitors, they deal with, specialists in immigration, property, crime, civil litigation, training. We have property law, immigration law, human rights litigation. We have criminal litigation. We have housing, family law. Better like my coffee once na mobile. Yeah, you kick your wife, or your wife kicked you. She's the right person to talk to through this program. We have business law, maritime and international trades. Wow, you've been traded from Africa. They brought you here in England. You are serving for a certain private people for 5 years, 6 years. This is the right place. This is the right person. And then this program will go on and on. I will not be the one presenting this program next time, but you will see her. She has double face. She's a prophetess, but this time she will not come here to prophesy saying that, oh, the Lord has shown me such. No. This time, Mama Clementine Nanga, she will be here, sitting here, talking about know your right. Yeba Mibeko. Even in the Bible, if you don't know the law, if you don't know the law of the, because the Bible has laws as well. Yeah.
This is very important what you say, because many people will take their problems and they'll go to church and they'll pray. And within our African culture, it's not always easy to talk about some sensitive topics in the public. So people hold it close and pray about it. But the fact is,
you're a servant of God as well.
Of course.
Oh, praise the Lord.
So it is very important that you act on the information that you're given. Act on the knowledge that you're given. Because knowledge is power. Just holding something in prayer alone without action is not always effective. You have to act. God says you must take the knowledge and act. So it's very important that you act on the words and information that you receive. And the good thing is, Mama Clementine is legally trained. She's not somebody who's going to sit down and listen, or you're going to call with questions and she's not somebody without a legal training and foundation. She has her LLB in law. So it's important that you realize that you're going to be speaking and reaching out to somebody that is capable and trained to forward and refer your matters on to the experts within the practice that can help you.
Okay, thank you. So I've got a few questions that I would like to to ask as well for those who are watching us. So you say it's been 14 years that your firm, your office has been there. So can you tell us, what experience have you gained for all those 14 years working with African people, European people? So
all kinds.
What kind of experience you got on that?
It's very important that you always go to somebody that has experience. Being a lawyer is lovely, but at the same time, if you ask me questions on commercial litigation, I'm not expert in that. I have people in the office that are expert in that. But me personally, I've done training in it, but every year I don't do updates in that. I do updates in some commercial, let me say conveyancing, but not the litigation in it. Litigation, civil litigation, yes. So you have to make sure that the lawyer you go to is experienced in that. I'm experienced for almost 20 years in immigration, family, and housing law. So I've been doing that and criminal law for more than 20 years. Wow. I worked with different law firms. That when I qualified in 2002, by that time I'd already worked for 4 different law firms. And so I opened my own firm in 2005. Wow. Because I'd already worked for so many people. I had a lot of my own clients. And these clients were Afghanistan, Jamaican, Nigerian, Congolese, Angolan, Iraqi, Iranian. And so I have a very wide knowledge of culture and also issues and of regards to areas where there's conflict. Right now, it's important for people who have failed asylum cases from places like Congo to understand that with the issues that are going on in your country, both politically and also with their health challenges, that if it's not safe for you to go back, that you are making fresh submissions. You cannot just be sitting down with a refusal and not doing nothing. Very important that you go to a lawyer that understands how to make those fresh representations for you. So my experience tells me what's best to do, especially what is current, what the Home Office's current policy is, what the local authority's current policy is, again with things like housing. So you go to lawyers that have up-to-date experience in the area of law that you need help, not just somebody because they say they know or they're a lawyer. You have to make sure, okay, you're a lawyer, but what do you specialize in? Within my practice, we have many lawyers that specialize in their specific respective areas, which is very important. Also, our community doesn't always make sure that the lawyer is practicing properly. If you go to a lawyer, they must have their practicing certificate. They must have their insurance. They must be up to date with their membership, with their regulatory body, the SRA. And if you instruct a lawyer, you must get a letter of engagement and a receipt. So many of our people go to lawyers, and unfortunately those people are not properly qualified. So sometimes they lose their documents. They don't get the proper representation at the Home Office that they expect. So please, it's important that now that, as I've said, you've got a good platform where you can come and ask questions, where you can even bring your issues to, that you take that effective action, because we do have detailed years and years of experience. So we're fully capable to help you.
They are fully capable to help you. Bandekoba Nzambe, wow! On a koloba, ça c'est un don du ciel. Cette mission est un don du ciel. Pour vous dire que nous ne sommes pas ici pour nous aventurer, nous ne sommes pas ici pour vous faire passer le temps, nous ne sommes pas ici pour se faire voir, mais nous sommes là pour aider la communauté. Nous parlons de Jésus, oui, tu peux être born again, tu peux être un enfant de Dieu né de nouveau, mais sans papier, ça ne t'emmènera nulle part. Alors, la loi sur la terre aussi nous oblige à respecter de certaines choses. Alors, dans cette émission, comme je viens de le dire, donc, vous allez poser vos questions, vos difficultés. Alors, si ce sont des questions privées, nous allons lancer ces questions privées à notre avocat. Donc, maintenant, DM5 a des avocats. Now we have 2 lawyers. Big lawyers here. Alors, maintenant, si vous posez vos questions, nous allons ramener vos questions directement dans la maison que nous appelons Obaseki Solicitors. Et Maman Clémentine est aussi dans la maison Obaseki Solicitors. Alors, elle va collecter toutes vos questions. Donc, Maman Clémentine a comme représentante de la maison Obaseki Solicitors. A reçu des questions à Bino. Si on a une question c'est un peu pertinente. Et ça question privée. Peut-être que batu ba yebate. Oko benga biso. Toko zo question na yo to pesiango et pas ya maison et pas ya solicitors. Ako deal na yo bosali rendez-vous. Na rendez-vous wana bako deal na dossier na yo one by one. Mais prochainement, si vous avez une question normale on go tuna. The line is open next time. We have a landline here. Oko tuna question straight away live on TV that okay, my solicitors, I have this problem. How can I come out? If she said that your question or your situation need to be dealt in my office, but we need appointment, bouquet, bovandi ba sololi bobongisi yango. Moi je crois is a big opportunity pour na yo Congolais mwana mboka. Is a big opportunity koyeba. Ndenge ni noko ko sala. To be emission is know your right. Alors, my lawyer Obaseki Solicitors. There's someone over there is a Congolese. He said to himself, I came here, it's been maybe 15 years. Congo, there's war over the places. But the immigration or the Home Office is still delaying my case. And the person sitting at home said, there's war in Congo, nothing can be done. They won't send me back home. Things are nice, easier. I still pray God is gonna be fine. As a solicitor, do you agree with such person?
Well,
doing nothing, sitting at home?
Two things. Number one, if you have made an application already and it's been refused, if the application has been refused, right now the situation in your country is not so stable. Number one, you have the disruption with regards to the elections. There is also fighting in different regions, very serious fighting in different regions.
Yes.
And also there are so many health risks. So you need to outline why you will still suffer or be at risk of harm if you are returned. You have to make those submissions with evidence. The thing is, the Home Office maybe so many years ago said for you it was safe. You have to present why for you it is not safe.
Yes.
You cannot sit down and do nothing, because if you are detained, it can be 48 hours. It can be very short time before you're removed. But if you have outstanding submissions that are detailed, the Home Office has to consider and show that they have substantively considered your submissions. Some people don't know how to do this because, one, they're tired. When you are told no and you are not working, it deflates, it destroys your spirit.
Yes, exactly.
It also destroys your mind because you're sitting down, you're not able to work, you're not able to
you can't do nothing.
So when you have a fresh asylum application, when that asylum application is delayed, you can ask the Home Office for permission to work when it's delayed for more than 1 year. So that's if you haven't been refused but you've not been told no and your application is outstanding. You should be able to write to the Home Office and say, look, you've delayed my application for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Give me permission to work in this time. Secondly, also try to let your MP know your position. Let your MP know what the situation is like in the locality you come from in Congo. The reality of it. Some people have got old reports about the situation in Congo from experts. Sometimes when you come in as a child, as a minor, the Home Office may refer to the country reports, and then the lawyer that you have may have got you some expert reports. Number one, you've got to make sure your expert is an expert. If your expert is just somebody teaching African studies in a university, that's not an expert. Has to be somebody who is central, who has knowledge about the information as to what is happening on the ground in Congo today.
Wow. So that means you need to update your situation.
Absolutely. I've seen reports on Congo and Angola that date back, and they talk about some NGOs and charities that are no longer even working in Congo.
Yes.
So when they say to the judge, or they make the report and say there are some NGOs and charities that this applicant can access in Congo, number one, the situation on ground is not the same as it was when the original reports were made, or when those, let me say, those charities presented that they were working in Congo. There are not many charities working effectively in Congo at all. Okay, so when you look at these statements, you have to have somebody, an expert that knows the practicality of you getting help, the practicality of what NGOs, what charities are actually operating in Congo. Some are operating, giving out nutrition packs. How is that going to help you if you're coming from London?
Yes.
And that have spent how many years outside the country?
Yes.
When you get onto into your country, number one, you're going to have the issue of where your relatives are.
Yes.
You're going to have the issue of, are you going to be safe where you are? Will you be able to make contact if you're being asked to do any kind of out-of-country representation? Etc. If you're being asked to make an out-of-country application just to come back, there is no embassy functioning in Congo at the moment. So that is not an application that is going to be easy for you to make. Very, very important that you do not give up.
Yes.
It's important that you get the expert advice from a lawyer, and then that your situation, your current subjective situation, is properly presented with supporting evidence. Evidence wins cases.
Evidence wins cases. Correct. Wow, this is so important.
Not just statements.
Yes.
You have to back up what you say with evidence. And it's only experienced lawyers that are able to do that. So don't give up. The answer to your question is, if you're in that situation, don't give up. Make sure you start preparing yourself to make fresh submissions. Finally, the problem with a lot of people is funding.
Funding, yes.
You know, many people, once they go through the government regime of legal aid, they cannot get a solicitor to represent them.
Yes.
Number one, we don't offer legal aid, but we can direct you on how to make your submissions. Okay. Number two, if your case is strong enough, we can refer you to somebody to try and apply for legal aid, which is very important. And number three, your case may be one of human rights or asylum, and knowing the difference is also very important. Some of you may even have rights under family law applications. Some of you may be dependents in one way or another on European nationals. So very important that when you speak to an immigration lawyer, you tell them the whole of your situation, all of your relatives and friends and supports that's in the United Kingdom, or if any of your family members have received refugee status in any other part of the world. Because if your brother that left the country with you and you got separated is a refugee in one country, but you are not considered a refugee, it shows that there's a disparity. So it's another way to make a representation to the Home Office. So very important that you get real good expert advice on your situation.
This is very important. Thank you so much. So as you can see on your screen, there's a number. There's a number over there. You can see the number which starts with 079 564 14488. So that is a private number of our solicitor, Obaseki solicitors. Anything you wanna go for, anything that is troubling you, onyo so etungisa mutema na yo na makambo immigration. Mingi biso na communauté, let's try to deal with the community matters. There's not a problem. Immigration is one of the biggest mountain in our community. Family law is one of the biggest issues. We have internet trading. That is another thing, and I will open that bracket. We'll speak about that. But coming to the Home Office, coming to the immigration, as a solicitors with all the experience you've got, do you think, or according to the law that you know, do you think that countries like Congo, DRC Congo, where there's conflict everywhere, all the regions, there's war, serious matters, do you think that the Home Office still has the ability to remove a Congolese and to send it back no matter what is happening there?
All right. Now, the Home Office does take submissions. when I say this, number one, you do your application, they make their decision, yes or no, and you exercise your right of appeal. But even if they say no, if you can prove that your country is not safe to go to, then you have to make further submissions on the fact that you're going to come to a form of harm or death. So you have to keep making the submissions. Now, on paper, in the Home Office country reports, they will not reflect the true position of what is happening. So it is down to you and your legal team to reflect the true position as to what is happening, where there is fighting, where there's conflict. Now the Home Office will also sit down and say, you have to show why you will come to a level of harm as opposed to the ordinary Congolese person in the street. And if you have spent almost 20 years here in the UK, number one, you should be making an application, because if you're here for more than 20 years, then you should be entitled to leave to remain. If you have a child that is British, you should be entitled to make an application for leave to remain. If you are caring for children that are British, that are not yours, and you've been doing so for a period of time, you should be making an application for leave to remain. If you have relatives that are close, that are European nationals, you can try to make an application for leave to remain. And I actually strongly recommend you do before Brexit. If you are let me say, married to somebody or in a relationship with somebody for more than 2 years that is British or has indefinite leave to remain or is settled here in one way or another, I again would be strongly recommending that you make an application to leave to remain. So it's not necessarily that you just say, okay, Home Office says it's safe for me to go back, let me go back. If you're in a relationship with somebody here, if you go back, you cannot directly make an application to come back. So you have challenges. You have to show also why it's not possible for you or any of your children to reintegrate inside your country of origin. And all of these things are relatively important. So it's highly important that you get the proper advice before you sort of say, no, they've said it's safe. And number one, people know the truth. It's out there, it's in the media. You can show the pictures of those who are being treated or dying with Ebola. You can show pictures of those areas that have conflict, that are not safe to go back to. They say Nigeria is a safe country, which it is in a majority of the part, but you have millions of displaced people in the north of Nigeria. But they don't show that.
They don't show that,
you know. So the true situation in certain regions of Africa, you must have relayed accurately if you are from those regions, and you're going to be affected if you returned.
Thank you so much. I will try to translate for my beloved people, my wonderful Congolese people who live here. Bandegoban Nzambe, je le répète encore une fois de plus, ça c'est une opportunité. Ça c'est un don du ciel. This is a gift come from heaven to have you, to have Obaseki solicitors here. Aza mutoyo aibani mingi, as travail mingi, asali mingi. Donc je vais dire un grand merci na prophétesse Clémentine Nanga, un grand merci. Mama prophétesse, tano lobaka, mama avocate, mingo kasagwaro, izaka avocate ya kombo, toko tchana lipa, toleka nde kongoleza, avocate wapi, na tchana lipa na lié. Et vous voilà, tala ba contact oyo avocate ya inonda. Ils ont maison mounene en Angleterre, 20 ans, plus de 20 ans d'expérience comme lawyers, et puis maison naïe, et ça lit plus de 15 ans, de 17 ans au moins comme ça. Alors, ayebi mambazo lo bazan expérience makasi. Tala question na tuni, alobi boyi. Soki ozana mboka oyo bata Home Office bayebi na bango ke Congo bitumbezali, mais na ba paperwork bako notify yango te. Eza kwa ba sa kara ba beta kara ke bayebi te ke Congo des conflict. Eza kwa bayebi te ke na Congo bitumbezali. C'est que quand à toi ozana problème immigration, o prouver immigration ke mboka nanga eza na guerre. To ba bi ko pesa ba fresh claim. Donc ça veut dire au pesa moi ba évidence ateza ya yote, mais botala na bandundu batu bakufa, botala na Beni batu bazokufa, botala na Kinshasa batu bazokufa. O update situation na yo, o pesi yango na Home Office bako revoir yango bakotala. Et là c'est very important that my lawyer, I'll call her my lawyers, one of the most important things she said, arabi susunini. Soki oza ana Angleterre, or live more than 20 years, ozo aka mukandate, eke ozala na relation moko close, ozana mwasi moko peut-être, ozana mwasi na yo, aza British okoki kosala claim mususu ya sika po moi sino aza British ozana ndeko na yo aza British okoki kosala claim sika po ndeko no aza British donc ça veut dire eko back dossier na yo de façon que batala likamono et puis lobi more than 20 years here and then you have right ya indefinite leave to remain.
They may not give indefinite, they may give a qualified leave.
A qualified time,
but definitely if you've been here for more than 20 years, you qualify for leave to remain, which may be 2.5 years or maybe longer. But definitely, if you're here 20 years, please make an application. If you're homeless, show evidence that you're homeless and apply for fee waiver. But do something. Don't just sit there.
Do something.
Try and help.
Brothers and sisters, you have to do something. Don't just sit up. Don't just sleep. Don't just carry on eating chicken chips. Don't just carry on eating fumbwa, matembele, ndunda. Osanet, tout va bien. Non, tout ne va pas bien parce que ce qui est télémité au bunda pour na yomo comme ta salangote. Alors, émission o eye po e bundela yo na kamususu. This program came to fight for you. This program came to rescue you from the danger. This is a wake-up call. I can say this is a wake-up call that, hey, come on, wake up, the time is bad. Why? Because we have Brexit. I will try to introduce Brexit with my lawyer. She will explain you what are the advantage, what are the disadvantage, what is worst about Brexit. Pour tout le monde, hey, Brexit, c'est que la question, mais surtout dans la France, c'était, Brexit, c'est que ngam na lingara ma belé à Champs-Élysées côté ya porte, yes. You know, because you know most of Congolese people we love those things, yeah. I'll go to Champs-Élysées, I'll go to Gare du Nord, you know, they sell a bit of this, a bit of that. So you don't know exactly what will happen. You are British. How Brexit will affect you? You are a EU. How Brexit will affect you? Ozara British Brexit est affecté na ndenge nini? Oza mutia Europe de l'Est, de l'Ouest, British est affecté na ndenge nini? Oza na mukanda te, British est affecté na ndenge nini? Alors, nazo kota na ba élément oyo. Sir, my lawyer, could you introduce us a bit? What do you understand about Brexit?
Okay, now I'm going to talk in very basic terms.
Brexit terms.
Brexit is the negotiation that is being used by the UK to separate itself from the European Union. It has been part of the European Union for, I don't even know, since the 1970s, earlier. Now, that means they have uniform immigration, no barriers to movement of people. So people who are within the countries that are signatories to the European Union can move freely from one country to another. Also, the goods that are produced in those countries can move freely between the countries. What is happening at the moment is because Britain has said it wants to leave the EU. You've heard about Britain crashing out, which means leaving with no agreement.
Yes, no deal.
No deal, no agreement. No confirmation on immigration policy, no confirmation on movement of goods, movement of medicines. So it means that when you next apply to go on holiday, if you have a British passport, you may have difficulties when going into those European countries.
Please, my lawyer, can you repeat that again slowly? Because this is one of the worst parts that people ignore. They need to understand it clearly.
Many people voted for Brexit, but not realizing that if you leave without an agreement with the other nations on how you are going to be entering their countries, how your goods, if you are sending hair, maybe you're doing hair at home, and you are sending the packages from London to your sisters in France, how, if those packages are going to be stopped, if they're going to be considered goods, okay? Because if we crash out with no agreement, there will be no formal arrangement as to what to do with that situation. So Britain will fall into emergency measures in March if that happens. Emergency measures.
Wow.
So that is why at the moment Britain is buying lots of medicines, because a lot of medicine is made in Holland and Germany.
Yes, yes.
So they're buying it and they're stocking it up.
Okay.
Because in case there's a crash out and there's no agreement on how these things come in.
Just a comma. Let me explain to them.
Pause.
This pause, yeah. Could you pause a bit? I feel like sweating. Okay, this is hot. Ok, Bandeko, est ça très sérieux? Alors, alobi boy. Alobi que normalement Angleterre n'a pas pays d'Europe nyonso. Bazaki bien. Donc ça veut dire aux British au Libanda au Schengen. Ningo linga obeta kwenda futuka na Paris. Na beta moi vite fait ka mbango na Champs-Élysées, vite fait ka na Gare du Nord. Vite fait wana na makambo Brexit. Situation makasi ezane nike. Brexit is Angleterre is ebima sans deal, sans agreement. Donc ils ont ba yokanité mais to kabwani en pied de poisson comme ça. Alors ceux qui ba kabwani bongo division wana eke ba yokanité ba goods na yoto babiloko na enatinda na no plante pa ya tamwasi kuna na bela na matonge. Est-ce que biloko na ekoleka susu facilement ndenge za ekoleka? Ozana passeport British, oui. Est-ce que ogobeta susu ba kwenda vutuka mbangu wana ndongo betaka? Et comme ba question, pourquoi? Parce que ba yokanité Angleterre yokanité do e crash. Siko alobi ke ndenge ba yokani bongote et ko provoquer ce que Angleterre acha ba mesure moko ya emergency. Oyo bango mo ba ko établir en attendant ba luka ba solution. Siko soko miyebeli yango te okosuka wapi. Osala business. Soko yebi makambo te. Mokili yokende mabe makasi okosuka wapi yango za important oyeba makambo ya Brexit ocha attention na makambo ya politique ya mboka ndenge nini eza kokende. I remove my pause.
Okay. So what is so important is if you are a European passport holder and you're living in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
You see, post Brexit, it's going to be so important that you confirm that you are resident here in the UK.
Wow.
So before the March, it's so important that you apply to the Home Office for your resident permit. In the past, most European nationals that are living, working here didn't feel it necessary to apply for the resident permit. Now, I am telling you, it is imperative. It is not très important.
Très important.
For you to do this. For you and your dependents. Don't think, oh, it's £65, I don't have that money. You must do this. The Home Office did promise that by December, they will have an online submission portal that was going to be free to do this. But the portal is not ready. That means you don't have to fill out the pages because the application form is quite big.
Okay.
And some people may find it difficult. So you must get help to do this if you can't do it yourself. But the online portal will do a check with HM Revenue.
Wow.
It will automatically check your ID. It will automatically check your national insurance number to check if you have been working for 5 years in the UK. Then if you've been working for 5 years, it will automatically give you the resident permit.
If not,
it will give you a qualifying status that after 5 years you will get it. That's why it's so important that you start the process.
Wow.
If you don't start the process, your dependents will not also get the rights that European nationals currently get now. This is the deal that was negotiated now. But if we crash out, that may not stand. But at the moment, it's what Theresa May has said that European nationals will get. So you must secure it for yourself and for your dependents. So please, if you are a European national, French, Portuguese, Spanish, German, and you're living in the UK and you are originally from Congo, Angola, think about your dependents. If you're a European national and you're living here, you can have up to 3 dependents living with you.
Yes.
So if you have people back home who you have not invited yet and you still have the ability,
do it
now. I really mean it, because you don't want that door to close. Because if we crash out, the rules may not be there for you to rely on.
Wow.
It's so, so important that you exercise those European rights while they're still available. Exercise the rights while they're still available, please, because we don't know what's going to happen. A, if we crash out, and number two, you don't want to miss the deadline. So, you know, there's going to be a transitional period, whatever happens.
Yes.
Britain will need to, even if there is an agreement, and we pray there is going to be an agreement.
Yes.
A very good agreement. And there'll be a transitional period, a period in which people will still be able to make applications up until 2020.
But that might become a bit tough because everyone will run into it.
It's not even that. Now you know what it is and you can get it, sort it out. Okay? Don't let it become too late. Don't let the opportunity go and pass. Because if you secure it now, it passes on to the next generation at this time. But if Britain crashes out or there's a different arrangement, an agreement, and things change because of last minute negotiations, it might not be there. So please just exercise those rights now. And then finally, if you are a dependent on a European Union and maybe the relationship broke down, maybe you came in with your dad or your mum and you've fallen out with them, or you've now left the family home, there are things called derivative rights. Now, you have to get advice on how to make sure that your right to stay in the UK will continue. You may have to exercise your derivative rights. So it's important, again, you get advice on your situation if you were a dependent and the relationship that you're in has somehow broken down.
Okay, my solicitor, I've got a question here. There's a person who asking a question saying that, so, as a solicitor, what's actually your view according to the Brexit? Is it helpful or not?
Well, for me, I personally appreciate the standard of European legislation. British law is very good, it's secure, but there have been some judgments that have made sure that the human rights of people here relating to equality, relating to equal pay, relating to detention of foreign nationals, relating to many other areas of human rights are protected. These judgments have come from the European Court of Justice. The Supreme Court in the UK falls under the European Court of Justice. One of the main concerns that British had was we want to be able to make our laws and make decisions by ourselves. Now, if you're making decisions by yourself, that's perfectly good. But sometimes it's important to have somebody check that what you're doing is
if it's right or not.
Correct. So the good thing about the European Court of Justice is it was there for guidance and it was there to clarify things. So I personally feel on that point alone that it is beneficial to stay within a union that objectively looks at the rights, the human rights of people that live within that union. Secondly, the freedom of movement has benefited so many people, so many industries. Look at the medical industry, look at the pharmaceutical industry, collaboration, development has been awesome. Also, you look at things like Afrocentric art, Afrocentric fashion, how it has moved freely between countries like Germany, Holland. We've seen the growth of Afrocentric businesses. And this is something that is excellent for diasporan communities. And we may be affected now when your goods fly in from Central Africa to England before they move freely to the different European countries. Once they pass the standard, the quality mark. Now, once they get to the UK, there's not going to be that free movement on to Germany, or vice versa when they've come in from Germany
to England
to the UK. So that's going to be a barrier. When your relatives have wanted to see you, especially your relatives that are living in France, they just jump on the Eurostar and they're here within
straight away.
That again is also going to be a barrier. So these barriers to me are significant, and I don't think that it's worth it. The arguments for Brexit. Now we have to look at the reasons why this country voted for Brexit. A lot of people voted, and some knowingly just wanted to have the separation.
Without knowing the words that will come.
Some knew. Don't get me wrong. Some knew and feel that, look, we don't want to be associated with Europe anymore. That was the choice. And we have to also respect the fact that more than 50% of the public voted for it. Some now regret. Many regret.
But it's too late.
It's late. It's happened. But that is why some of the other political parties, specifically the Liberal Democrats, are asking for another election. But Labour are not asking for another election. They're looking more to challenge the government. So you've also got to look at what your local MP is saying and what your local or your political party that you support is saying. But many of the people who wanted Brexit now realise that it's not very beneficial for them. Some of the arguments were immigration. People felt that a lot of people were migrating, coming into the UK and taking jobs. It's been proven now that we need a lot of foreign nationals to do work in the UK.
Yes.
We need them in farming, we need them in service, in hotels, we need them in the medical, in the NHS. So there may be an actual gap in the job market if all the foreign nationals left, if all the Romanians, the French, the Polish left. Will the British fill those jobs? And not even that, will they be skilled enough to fill those jobs?
Yes.
We've got to think about that. And then at the same time, another reason why people left is they felt that the British goods were not equally competitive globally, because within Europe there are lots of trade agreements, and those trade agreements have restrictions on some countries and how they negotiate outside of the EU. So people felt that they wanted Britain to be free to negotiate with other countries, China, Russia and America, on trade deals. However, you see, Britain needs to be producing these things in order to negotiate. Britain is one of the biggest consumers of European goods. So when you stop goods coming into a country, the worry is because demand is going to be high, it will push prices up. So everybody really is worried about the economic effect of Brexit, but that's another reason why we have to really hope that the deal that is done is a good one, just so that our economy stays stable. So for me, another reason why we should have stayed is because we were having stable growth in our economy. And we all want to prosper. We all want to be successful. So it's important that we come back to a level of stability and prosperity.
Vraiment, à poser again. Merci, je vous en prie. Alors, Bandeko, la situation est trop grave. Je crois. Aza mutu ya balabala te, mais azoko expliquer ba réalité parce que mutu akati ayebi makambo bien musala ya tangele yango wana. Alors expliquer bona songo na muke, expliquer na mutu oyoyo ozana bandeko sala peut-être ngo sala family reunion ngo bengisa ba siblings na yo from Congo ba ya awawa soki ozaka na processus osala ngo, this is the right time. Before Brexit, that means before the 20th of March, soki ngo bengisa yaya ngo bengisa leki ongo otina ki peut-être prise en charge o bengisa alobi moment ya kosala ngo yango ekolala te. Do it right now. If you want to call, I'm trying to explain to them, if you want to call one of your siblings, maybe your father, your mother who's still back home, you want to invite them to come here, this is the right time to do it before Brexit.
If you have dependents, you can show that you've been sending them money. You can show that you are the one responsible for their welfare. You can show that you are related to them. Try to do it now. You may have time after March. You're under the current agreement, you're supposed to have up until 2020. But because this agreement is a bit shaky at the moment, I am saying to you, do it now.
Okay, do it now. Wana conseil. Et puis, alors, ben sous le cambo, il y a un permit, il y a un mboko, il y a un permis à résidence. Donc, et ça déjà n'a pas possibilité. Ce qui est au ça, là, mon côté, benga 079 564 14488 to au bengi DM5 biso toko memayo et pas ya Obaseki solicitors bako sunga yo os rempli forme na yo pour la résidence na yo awawa. I've got one more question before carry on with what we've been talking. I've got people asking questions as well. But over to my question, we'll answer your question. Don't worry. What about it happened in your family? The mother is British, but the children are not. What happened to that cases in the family?
So if the mother is British
yes,
and the children, if If the mother gave birth to them in the UK,
Yes.
they should be able to get the British status.
Yes.
So if you have not registered your children,
Or maybe
British
they haven't
passport,
registered the children.
very important.
Yes.
If your children were born in the UK and you have leave to remain, indefinite leave to remain. So far as you have indefinite leave to remain, then your children should qualify for British passport. If you gave birth to your child in the UK and the child has been here for more than 10 years, your child is automatically allowed to have a British passport. Okay? If you gave birth to a child in the UK and you're European and you've been working for more than 5 years, even 3 years in the UK, you can ask to check if your child will qualify for the British passport. Call the passport office, they will tell you.
Okay.
Okay? And you must apply for it. Why not? Right now, as a lawyer, when it comes down to immigration,
Yes.
I always try to get the best, highest form of status for the person that's in front of me.
Yes.
Okay? If the person qualifies for British, then you go for British. If the person cannot afford for naturalization, some people will say, okay, use some of the European legislation to protect them. But those European legislation, whether it's Zimbrano, whether it's some of the other rules that allow you, if you're caring for somebody that's British, to stay in the UK, those rules actually have limitations. They fall in line with they only preside while that person is a minor, for example. So once that child is 18, you will be expected to either leave or change your status. So it's always important for you to either find the money to pay so you can acquire the most secure, strongest status in the UK. But it's not always an option for some people. Sometimes, for example, a person may be suffering domestic violence.
Yes.
And maybe the father of their child is British.
Yes.
So the child has a British passport, but the mother hasn't no status.
Yes, yeah.
So the mother may not be able to afford the home office fees.
Yes.
£1,033 home office fee. And the NHS fee at the moment is £500, but they've said they're going to push it up to £1,000.
Wow.
So if you're a victim of domestic violence, where you going to find 2,000 plus your lawyer's fees?
Wow.
Where you going to find that?
Wow.
So you may have to do the European application, £65, just to secure yourself for some time.
Yes.
But as I've said, it's not the best status for you. So you may do that, then get permission to work, then after maybe a year or two, change into a better and more secure status.
Okay.
So sometimes you may have to sit down and plan with your immigration lawyer your way out of the situation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. My lawyer, I've still got few questions here. We're going slowly at the end of the program.
No problem.
A person say here, in terms of employment and renting,
Yes.
how the Brexit will affect those areas.
Now it's getting juicy.
Woo! This is getting juicy. Let's go for it.
Number one, you know there's new legislation. Okay. So now, d'accord, yeah?
Oui, d'accord.
You have landlords have an obligation now to check the ID of those who are renting from them.
Wow.
So
why is it so important to check the IDs?
Because the Home Office has put this obligation.
Okay.
And not only that, many of you working in security industry, in care, you know that it's so important that you do your DBS and that the Home Office gives the confirmation that you are eligible to take up work. So having your up-to-date ID, putting in your application on time, if you have limited leave to remain, is crucial for renting and also for employment. But I would like to say to you that even if you do not have documents,
yes,
living in London and any major city in the UK is a challenge now because of rent.
Yes.
So if you have children and you do not have any documents, you can go to social services for help for housing. Social services must assess you and your children. Sometimes people are afraid because they think social services may take the child from them.
Yeah.
If the social services feel your child is at risk of harm, they may take the child or they may offer you support. it is wrong for them to separate families without justification. So feel confident in asking for help from social services. If you make a fresh asylum application, they may refer you on to NAS. So again, they have an obligation to give you accommodation while you are still in the UK. So do not put yourself in a vulnerable position. So many families with children are in vulnerable positions, sharing with people, sharing with people that want them to leave, sharing with people that may even be, sadly, abusing them or their children. So do not put yourself in a position of vulnerability. Secondly, if you are having limited leave to remain, you can apply for your universal credit to help top up your rent if your income is very low.
Yes.
I know that so many of you have no recourse to public funds. That no recourse to public funds can be removed if you make representations to the Home Office. So do not live in poverty.
Yes.
Do not live in fear. If you are vulnerable and if you are on a very low income, seek help. There's help out there for you. And then apart from the housing benefit, sometimes all of this can be very confusing because of the language barrier, the form filling.
Yes,
it can make
somebody
the form
very
filling
stressed. Very stressful going through that.
So you may have to come and get support for that. If we cannot help you in our office with that, there are many organizations out there that should be able to help you. But again, do not live in housing poverty, overcrowding, or let me say disrepair. All these situations are, let me say, prevalent.
Yes.
They are so common in our communities.
So common.
Because
so
people
common.
feel that they have to live in that situation. If you are living in disrepair, you can come and see us. We will bring a claim for you. If you are being refused housing and you need help making a housing application to your local authority, come and see us. If you are eligible, we will fight for you.
Yes.
We have legal aid in family. We have legal aid in housing. So people, if they qualify for legal aid, they will not pay for their legal representation in those areas. So you should feel confident. And if you're living in disrepair, I hate that situation. So I normally fund those cases ourselves. We, as a firm, we fund those cases. I would like to just touch on a few things before we run out of time.
Yes, let's go for it.
We're living in stressful time in London at the moment. A lot of our young boys are involved in gang activity.
Yes.
Once upon a time, we used to think gangs, that's not our community. It's another culture. It's another subculture.
Yes, exactly.
But unfortunately, gang activity has spilled or exploded in the African community.
Yes.
Exploded. Some of the pressures for this are poverty. Many of these young girls and boys see their parents with Home Office fees, £2,000, £3,000, and the parents not working or no recourse.
They can't afford. They
feel the pressure. They can't afford to live where their rents. They can't afford different things. So the children fall by the wayside. The streets take them. Now, as a parent, if you are a victim of violence, if you are a victim of violence or your child is a victim of violence, there are criminal injury compensation funds available for families. I have met many Congolese families that do not apply for compensation when they are victims of crime because they don't have the knowledge and nobody helps them.
They're ignorant. They don't know about that.
But the police are supposed to help them, you see.
But most of the cases, the police don't say it. They don't explain to it.
If you are the victim of violence in the community, or you need help because your children have either been the victim or victimized, then you should reach out. We have relationships with local police forces that have gang prevention units in them, and they will approach and support you sympathetically. But if you have been the victim, we can also help you apply for compensation. Then finally, if you have been the victim of, let me say, wrong treatment by the local authority or by the police, we bring claims against the local authority, against the government. We bring claims against the Home Office for loss of property and wrong decisions. We bring claims against the police for abuse of power, and this is where maybe you may be assaulted by the police wrongly or detained or wrongful detention. So cases like that we bring claims against, and we also defend families when they're dealing with social services. Do not leave it too late. Do not come to the lawyer when it is so hot and it's too much trouble.
2 minutes about to explode.
Exactly. 2 minutes to the bomb going off, you come to the lawyer. We do have the power to go into court immediately. If you come to us this morning and say, social services taking my children, they said I should be in the High Court. Yeah. We have the power to come and to grant you funding to cover your case, no problem. If you say, oh, the social services say that I sent my child to Congo for FGM or something like that, again, we have the power to represent you. We also have the power if you feel you're being made homeless and you want to challenge a decision, you're sleeping on the street, we have that power. But when you see a problem coming, you can see it coming. You see it, you keep watching it, you go and pray and say, I want that problem to turn away, and then suddenly it's closer.
It's closer to you,
next
more
thing,
closer.
It's about to explode in your face.
Yeah.
It's not always the best time. You want to go to a lawyer where there's enough time to take your instructions, give you advice, prepare your case, and get the evidence. As I said before, evidence wins cases. In this country, it's about show and tell. How do you say that in Lingala?
Show and tell. Donc, le moni s'appelle loba.
So the judges need to hear what you're saying and see the evidence in order to give you the decision you want.
Yes.
Okay? So come to the lawyers, come to us in time, build that relationship with us and Mama Clementine now, so that you know that there's a place that you can come comfortably to talk to. Send your questions in so that my brother here can line the questions up so that we can email responses to you. We're happy to do this for you. And we've made sure that we make the time and that effort to make sure that the Congolese and the Angolan community is fully legally supported. We don't want to have situations where there's travesties of justice. Travesties, and I mean real travesties of justice. I've witnessed children being killed. I've witnessed people being wrongfully restrained and dying within the community. And people seeking help and not even getting justice, even when the evidence is plain to see. So come to us in good time. Let us help you.
Okay. Come to us in good time. Donc, boye la biso ba situation na mais na tangu ya malunga. Ndinga lobi kozela te 2 minutes to 1 minute bombe lingi explose. Ndoko mo luka Obaseki solicitor, Obaseki so maybe at that time she might be busy dealing with another situation. They can say help. We never know. She's a human being. They might be busy. So make your time. Zwa tana yondeko. Emission oyo eza lokola toyeli bino solution ya koyeba qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire na moment nini il faut ko sala yango. Donc know your right. Oyo eza émission ya 2019 awa na DM5 TV Bonzambe. Know your right. Yeba mibeko, yeba droit na yo. C'est ça, connaître ses droits. Ozana droit ya nini? La plupart des fois, nous les Congolais te vivons dans les ondits. Au moins, moi, je you know, most of the time, we in our community, people live with speculations, rumors. You know, right now, no, don't even go to sign. They will straight away deport you. That's rumors on the streets. People, you can see someone. Oh, I'm afraid to go to my lawyer or to go to such places.
GP. Some people are scared to go to GP.
They're scared. Or maybe the GP. There's some person say no. GPs are now, they are police officers. If you go and give your identity, they collect it. Bamso babe o GP akoma mbila. Ba GP bakoma bambila so ke opesika akomo no mama register nga bengelo.
Let me tell you something.
Say something about that.
If you have been registered with your GP, it's one of the best places to get the record of evidence of how long you've been in the country. Do you know that?
Wow.
So please, if you're sick, there's no point you dying at home and nobody knowing. If you're sick, you get help, you go to the GP. Many women are not going to get help on time because they're scared. So I'm going to tell you, please do not hinder your health by not going to get emergency care or medical care when you need it. If you are not registered with a GP, there's a place in Bethnal Green where you can get medical help. You will speak to Mama Clementine. I will give her the address if you're that scared. It's called Doctors of the World. They actually have a place in Bethnal Green where we can tell you where you can go and try and get medical help. If you've been the victim of violence, torture, You can go to the medical foundation as well to try and get a recording. If you've come in and you've been trafficked into the UK, many people we know and represent are trafficked, brought in, promised work, promised that they will have their papers filed for them, and nothing happens. Some of you are enslaved, some of you are sexually abused,
Yes.
some of you are live a life of years of sexual or domestic servitude.
Yes.
There are home office helplines there for you. We can refer you to get help. There are ways for you to end your suffering. Please feel confident that we will deal with you sympathetically and make sure that you get the right help.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So many questions here. Okay, please can I have your phone number? Okay, the phone number is just on your screen. You have two options. You can call DM5 TV or you inbox your question to us. We will allow you straight away, or your question will go straight away to the Obaseki solicitors, or you can call Mama Clementine Nanga, the prophetess. You know, you guys know her name and the mobile number, the contact. So those are the ways. Okoiko benga Mama Clementine Nanga parce que yende kolo emission o Know Your Rights. Weze emission nangate yende kolo emission abando ko vanda awa abala ko expliquer bino mon makamono so toke nango. Mais à partir de la semaine prochaine, tu revends ton alinga, tu revends lango coussin, tu vends lango maki, tu vas expliquer moko na housing ezalaka nini, na criminal law ezalaka nini, tu kosala nini na situation boy. Alors eza émission oyoyo awawa pet bondo yo kateke na Matthieu 10 Jean 10 le voleur ne vient que pour arracher. Ah marama le voleur ne vient que pour arracher zate. Ah ezali yeba ba droit na yo ya mboka oyo oza pasteur otombola maboko ozo bonde la langue rebraka sheke ikorobo shindaraba mais yo moko kuna na job center ozaka disebo siko soki mibeko ekangi yo mususu bayo okuto botel mozo bonde la pona moto kuna bayebi otambola na kan mais bayo okuto bozo ko prier à délivrance sort encore biso pour correcte ko ganga okana kombo na Yesu fire paf mbile kota boma oh disebo bikindeni olobanini oh praise the Lord I'm healed te know your right. Alors numéro ya Obaseki solicitors ezawana bozo mona ngona munene toche likolo boko ko benga biso DM5 TV boko benga ye straight away mais mingi représentante ali Mama Clementine Nanga yende akozwa mikumba ya ba problème wana nyoso amemia ngona Obaseki solicitors ba deal na ba problème wana boyoki maram nyoso lobby et c'est très important oyeba mibeko mboka sinon te on se retrouver na ba kamuko boye oyeba mutuna makolote. I've got maybe one last question maybe. Someone said that yes, because we don't have more information, sister. That's why we're suffering in silence.
We are here now. Mama Clementine is going to be there on point. Lingala, French, Portuguese interpreters, they're ready to help you. I've made sure of this. Those of you out there in the Congolese community that know me, please post on the chat so that people know how many hundreds and thousands that I've helped out there. Very important. Some people that have had deportation cases, extradition cases, most complex cases you can think of. I'm passionate about your community, very passionate, those of you that know me, and I've been advocating for women who've been trafficked for years. So this is something that I've been doing for 15 years or more. And then at the same time, what's very important is that you share this video. Share this video on your Facebook, on your Twitter, and also let them know that, look, Mama Clementine is there, ready to translate. She's legally qualified. Many of you just thought she's a pastor. I know she's also a legally qualified and legally experienced caseworker. So she's going to be with Obaseki solicitors now. And those of you, again, who know that we do the housing, immigration, family law, and know how good we are. We have cases reported at the Supreme Court. We have cases that are leading in and authorities in relation to human rights, European law. So we are specialists in this field, but also in relation to property, buying and selling property. We buy, we help many traders buy commercial properties. Because many people in the community want to take that next step. Many of you want to become proprietors, landlords, also want to engage in your retail, need help with your contracts. We want to make sure that you do business and nobody cheats you. We want to make sure that if somebody does cheat you, that we can sue them and win for you. So again, make sure that you feel free to contact us, because we're able and willing to make sure that you are legally represented to the highest ability.
Thank you so much. There's one question that I'll pick up.
Yes.
Do you think because of foreigners, pay rates keeps decreasing and rent price increasing?
All right. The issue with rent is supply and demand. It's not that there's so many foreigners paying the rent, because at the end of the day, it's about supply and demand. If in northwest London there's only 600 flats available, whereas there's 1,000 families that need the flats, the cost of those landlords putting the rent up is because they know that there's too much demand. There's surplus demand for 3-bedroom properties, and there's not enough 3-bedroom properties. So that's why somebody can charge 1,500 for a 3-bedroom property in North London. But if you go outside London, you're going to spend what, £500 on a 3-bedroom property?
Yes, exactly.
So think about where you are and whether you need to pay that rent. Have you been to Northampton? There's lots of people doing well there. There's jobs there. Have you been to Milton Keynes? Look online. There's jobs there. Don't kill yourself for London rents just because you want to be in London. Think about where you and your family is going to be comfortable, stable, and where you can afford to live. Okay?
Very important. Bandeko, to comme vraiment na suka émission na biso o klika malobe za très important. Ko kufula ka Londres te, ke ngaka ka kufa kumputu, kufa ku London. Kufa ku London means like, you know, I'll die in London.
I know.
Yeah, in a London city, this is the place to live. But at the same time, Nandaku, you are crying for rent. You are struggling. You can't even save money because of London.
Look at jobs online.
Yes.
Look at what you're qualified to do. You have a job, and then look at the security of that job and the cost of living in that area. Obviously, look at the life. Look at whether it's cosmopolitan enough. You're not going to suffer discrimination.
Yes.
But if the community is mixed and your job is secure, why not go for a more comfortable life? Why give all your money to rent? It doesn't make sense.
Yes, yes.
You can always come and visit London.
Yes. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Please
share the video.
Yes, share the video, spread it all over the world. Tell someone that Obaseki Solicitors is here on DM5 to help. Please, this is important. There's someone dying somewhere we don't know. But through this video, if you share with someone, you might save someone's life. You might open someone's eyes. You might get someone to understand his right. Someone can wake up and say, no, I can't die like this. Let me rush. Let me run to Obaseki. They will give me help. Please share this video into your group. You got 5,000, 10,000 people. You got a lot of groups. Send it throughout the world. Send it everywhere. Let them know that there's help here on DM5 TV.
Send your questions as well.
Your questions, yes.
We want to collect them. We want to make sure.
Yes.
We also want you to know that you're not alone. You may be sitting down thinking, I have this problem. You don't know that maybe 600, 200 more people from your community have this problem. Yes. And if we can see that, it means we have enough evidence to say to the MPs, look, this thing is affecting the Congolese community in this way, and we have evidence for it.
Yes.
Please, it's very important that you share, you open up in confidence, because we qualify and follow the GDPR. We're not going to misuse your information at all. And I will guarantee that. We just have to make sure that you are comfortable to give the information so that we can do our very best to help you know your rights. Okay,
to do your best to help you know your right. This is the topic. This is your show of every week presented by Madame Clémentine Nanga. Prophétesse c'était awa aye Madame Clémentine Nanga comme avocate pour vous parler de connaître tes droits. La prochaine fois, topesa bino ba annonce bokoyeba bomona ba publicité bokoyeba quand est-ce que émission ba ndoko leka botinda ba question na bino botinda ba demande na bino tokozala wana toko répondre bino na ba question nyonso oyo yo bino bokozala nango bosenga nzambe apambola bino. My lawyer, have you got any last word for today? Any word of encouragement? Any words to address to the community who are watching you right now?
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. But please make sure that you do not take information and not act on it. Make sure you act on it. I want to encourage you that it's not all the end of the road. There is a way out. Sometimes when you're in a tunnel, it's so dark you don't believe you're going to come out the other side.
Yes.
We're here to help you.
Yes.
So be encouraged.
Okay, be encouraged. Thank you so much. Merci na régie. Merci à maman Clémentine Nanga, madame Clémentine Nanga, l'avocate de DM5 TV, ensemble avec Obaseki Solicitors Obazawana ba backup sur DM5 na nenge susu ya makasi. Tolobaki 2019 to mata. To kende na niveau ba aigle. Soko oza hirondelle, oza moineau, ozali ntotso ensele, okomata na biso elongo te. Fongola misu yeba mibeko mboka po oyeba nenga ko vivre. Merci na régie Mama Dina Kikala, na réalisation Mama Clémentine Nanga behind the camera. Alors tolandi élément oyo ya publicité ya Obaseki Solicitors. See you next time. Make sure you send all your questions and then the question will get through the solicitors Obaseki. God bless you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Merci, au revoir.
Au revoir.
When you're looking for a solicitor to deal with your case, you don't just look for any solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739-7549 or go online at www.legalpal.com. When you're looking for a solicitor to deal with your case, you don't just look for any solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739-7549 or go online at www.legalpal.com. When you're looking for a solicitor to deal with your case, you don't just look for any solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739-7549 or go online at www.legalpal.com. When you're looking for a solicitor to deal with your case, you don't just look for any solicitor, you look for the right solicitor. An expert who knows what he's doing can deal with your case the right way, achieving the best results. Obaseki Solicitors has more than 100 years of specialist experience serving the local community in immigration law, property law, human rights legislation, civil and criminal litigation, family law, employment law, Sharia law, business law, maritime and commercial law, providing professional legal services globally in Africa, Asia and Europe. Be assured we'll be able to deal with your case the absolute right way with results. So, contact us today by phone on 020-7739-7549 or go online at www.legalpal.com.